I'm Andrew Knoll. We begin tonight with our top story. Several agencies are launching a new initiative that aims to take a proactive approach to addressing homelessness in Washington County. This morning was the first ever meeting of Washington County's new Homeless Outreach Team, or HOT Team. The multi-agency coalition includes organizations like the Washington County Behavioral Health Board and Department of Job and Family Services, Washington Morgan Community Action, and multiple law enforcement agencies. The Washington County Behavioral Health Board Executive Director says bringing all these agencies together will help bridge gaps between providers and directly connect homeless people to multiple different services and resources.
We're not just giving them a number and say, hey, you ought to call these people. We're actually walking them down the hall and helping them get signed up for benefits. The whole idea is to have that kind of rapid response to meet the individual's needs. And so we might be the agency that they need, but it might be community action, or it might be job and family services.
Goddard says an important part of the HOT Team's work will be meeting with homeless people where they are at in encampments or other sites where they are most comfortable. He says this outreach will let them connect people to services they may not know about or know how to access.